Hi everyone and welcome to our PD session for teachers only. Today we are discussing Flipgrid pro tips and ideas from educators. So our session is for teachers and we are talking about Flipgrid. I can't wait to hear from which part of the world you're tuning from. So what country, city you are joining us? What is your teaching role? Are you an active Flipgrid user and why do you like Flipgrid? So I'm really looking forward to get your answers. You can use a Q&A box and ask any questions about Flipgrid and how educators are using it now. We are going to share with our amazing guests. So I'm Anna DYAGILEVA, and I'm a passionate educator from the northern part of Russia. In Labutnangi. So I live at the edge of the earth and we've got 9 months of winter here. And I'm not from Silicon Valley or from the US, so my internet connection is regular one. And that's how easy it can take you to start using Flipgrid. It's for free and I can't wait to see your amazing comments from which part of the world you're tuning from. Hello, Gita from India. And Juan is one of our guest speakers today. Hello from Tunisia and hello from Morocco. So I think we are ready to go. And the first thing that I would like to say is what Flipgrid is. Do you use it? So please don't forget to share what is your experience with Flipgrid. Anyway, as I mentioned today, please don't forget about the Q&A box and ask any questions so we can help you or give you some ideas. So what is your teaching role? To know this information, we can get some more ideas depending on the subject that you teach. So everything is great. And don't forget to share with your insights, ideas, and highlights from the session that you like the most and post it on Twitter, on Facebook and Instagram. You can see our handles over there. I hope that our guest speakers can also add their Twitter handles. And also one more thing that I would like to say that today we prepared we prepared a Wakelet collection from our guest speakers. I want to show you how it looks. It looks really great, and there we put some resources, links, and also the useful information that we would like to say and our context for sure. So you can grab it during this live. I'm going to post it in the Q&A box so you can take it, you can share it, whatever that you would like to do. Our guest speakers are going to introduce themselves soon, very soon. And I would like to start with sharing what Flipgrid is and how easy it is to start using it. So let me go here, and it's really incredibly easy to start your registration on Flipgrid. So I'm sorry, something happened with my, it's okay now, I hope. So you need to go to flipgrid.com, but the easiest way is just to share with the link if you have already registered on Flipgrid. All you need to do, the link is going to be generated automatically, and you can share with your personal educator's link with anyone you want, just to help them to register on Flipgrid as soon as possible. And it was a really funny situation when I was sharing on live webinar for Russian educators. When I shared with this link with my name at the end, they thought that it's some kind of promoting things or any kind of bonuses that I can get there. Actually, there are no bonuses. It's just a personal link that Flipgrid generously created for every educator who registered there. Or the simpler way that you can take, just to go to the flipgrid.com and click educator sign up. It's in 3 places actually, here, there, and if you scroll down, while you're scrolling down, wow, weird things happening to my browser. So sorry for that. Maybe it will work. Okay, I'm going to pass my part then, so don't want to spoil, to waste your time on this. It's really amazing because on Flipgrid, you can showcase your ideas, and you can create a virtual space which is safe and absolutely engaging and empowering for your students, because you can even create collections, and it's it's in the way of digital portfolios for your students. You can share with their voices with their parents by the only link, or you can generate QR code and provide it as at the end of the year, like a present to their parents and etc. So I think I'm going to invite our next guest speaker, KRUPALI, who can share much better than I have started right now about what is Flipgrid, what you need to do, and what step you need to take to register there. So I'm really excited to invite KRUPALI. SANGHVI, thank you so much for joining us. Please unmute yourself. Yay!
Yeah, hi. Hi,
Hi
everyone.
there. Yay.
Yeah, this is Kripali from India, and today we'll be tuning into the magical world of Flipgrid with Anna over here. Yes, I'll be definitely sharing you the best practices which you can carry out with Flipgrid. So let me quickly share my screen so that you will be able to see. Yeah, there we go. Let's share the entire screen, and there we are with the Flipgrid deck. So yeah, this is all about Flipgrid. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm myself a national awardee teacher who has received a National Award for Teachers using ICT for Innovation, a Microsoft Certified Educator, Wakelet Ambassador, and yes, obviously, the Flipgrid Certified Educator. I'm working at Udgam School for Children in India and working as a master trader. Now, if you can see over here, let us start talking about why Flipgrid. Flipgrid is to learn and interact from anywhere. You know, what is most lacking feature of the remote learning classrooms right now is we are missing an interaction with our students, our learners in this pandemic. So I think Flipgrid lets you quickly pull together a team with people inside and outside your organization. You can discuss anything. You can you can drive fast and inclusive conversations. You can co-author, like I and Anna can together again host an event where we both can receive responses from students on our topics and grades. So I think it seems to be very difficult to hear these words like co-pilot, topics and grades. But let me show you in a very simple word what we are going to learn today is how to create a group or a topic, how to amplify the voice by giving projects and assignments into the classroom to the learners. And yes, obviously we can also create a video with Flipgrid. There are video creation tools available in Flipgrid. Not taking a lot of time on this, let's talk how schools can utilize Flipgrid. Flipgrid can be used for school improvement plans. You can ask your teachers to update you with whatever lesson plans they're having throughout the year, and you can evaluate those lesson plans. Not only that, curriculum planning, social emotional learning programs, etc. So let's go step by step. I am going to give a live demonstration along with this on how we can amplify student voice with Flipgrid. 5 simple steps, and there we go. The first step is you can sign up as an educator. Now the question comes in with any tool is it free? Yes, Flipgrid is free for education. You can sign up with a Google and Microsoft account. You just have to set up a grid, create a topic and share the code with your students. Sounds simple, right? So let's go and check how to do it. Quickly going through some of the slide screenshot and a live demonstration of its usage. I just went to google.com and you can see here on google.com, you just have to type Flipgrid. Once you type Flipgrid, you will get the first link, flipgrid.com, wherein there is an option sign up and educator login. So I generally use the educator sign up option to have privileges, like I can either sign up with my Google account or a Microsoft account. We all are Microsoft Innovative Educator and most of us are using Google Classroom also. So probably these are the most familiar accounts which we can log in through in this code. Just enter the sign in code, Flipgrid, like you enter your email ID, and there I have entered my email ID, krupali@udgamschool.com, password over there, and a small form which shows, suppose I don't have a Google account, I can even create my Google account over here. So after that, let's go with a live demo wherein I'm going to show you how to use Flipgrid effectively. So let's start with the first step. There we go, google.com. On google.com, as I mentioned, just type Flipgrid. I'll be very quick with the demonstration so we could showcase how innovatively we can use this tool. So let's click on educator sign up. As I've shown you the sign up process, I am just logged in into my account rather than signing it up. So these are the options which I gave, which I get out of sign in. That is profile. If I go to my profile, you can see here, hi Krupali. And if I scroll down, I have my name, first name, last name, community. That is, I belong to a community of education high school. My main subject is computer science. You can select your subject, the name of the organization. So, for example, I belong to Udgam School for Children. So, I wrote Udgam School for Children. And here you have to set your time zone. Once you set your time zone, you will find the grid pulse. Now, what is grid pulse? That will come in the next part of the session. Grid pulse are peoples and educators, passionate educators like us who are joining us together. And then I have mentioned the country and update my profile. So that was the first small thing what we need to do is we need to update our details. The second thing what we are going to talk about is now let's say how to use Flipgrid. Flipgrid can be used to know about your students' expertise. For example, I'm going to show you a topic. For example, I have a topic created for my student that is ICT expertise. So there is a group of my students wherein I have created a topic, express your ICT expertise. So you can see here when I click on express yourself, this is how you can create a group. 1744 views. You can see here how many views are there. That is 1000. I will just zoom in so that you can get a better view of this. That is 1744 views of this particular thing and 36 responses. Now, what is express yourself? Express yourself is a grid given to the students in the beginning of the session to know how tech savvy they are. So I've created this type of grid where you can see express your ICT expertise. This grid is to introduce yourself, share your interest in technology, and talk about your expertises you have in computer science. So, and then I have given them a link where the students, you can see all my students have probably entered their responses. You can see all across this. So I will show you one of the responses right now to make it a little bit faster. And that response, let's say Jui, what Jui has to say. So I've just clicked on responses and you can see here.
I'm Shrisha, grade 9, and would like to introduce myself.
So likewise, she has recorded her introduction in the form of a slideshow and she has given me a complete portfolio of what she is, how is she going to be for next year, what is she prepared for, and this is the link for her blog which she has given to me where people could visit her blog and could know more about Jui's World of Magic. So this is how we can know our students well. That was one of the example we were discussing upon how to use it. Now let's go for a few more case studies before we go for a live demonstration of how to use this tool. Going to discussion, I have done, you can see here all of my groups. Groups for class 9th P science, and they, the science teachers, my dear science teachers from Udgam School for Children, have planned an activity for a summer break. And you can see carbon footprint and soil erosion. So this is a summer assignment given by science teachers. And you can see here the duration of the video should be 2 to 2.5 minutes. They have given a note and explanation of the experiment to be done to the students in the form of description. And the deadline of the project, as you can see, the deadline is 31st May, and attach the screenshot, and this activity is mandatory. They have even passed on the rubrics to the student that what will be taken care of while assigning the responses. And 3 students have already submitted their work over here. This active or hidden, this is known as moderation. Like for example, this particular child has submitted the project. So once this child has submitted the project, I can see the project as a teacher. Let us refresh the video and see if it comes up, or let's move to the next video and see. So for example, this child has completed with a project. Anna, can you please confirm me whether they are able to hear the sound when we are sharing this?
Sure. Let's check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit quiet.
Okay. So this is an environment. This is the Environment Day activity which was given to the students on Flipgrid, and this is the child who has done this Environment Day activity, and you can see wonderful effects are given. The procedure is being explained about how she conducted the science experiment, and she was able to reflect it properly to the teacher in this remote learning environment. You can see the kind of images could be added in this Flipgrid, and finally the name and roll number of the child. Even she has done her carbon footprint calculation, and that calculation also she has reflected it over here. So this is how we can ask students to do innovative creative work on at their home, and then we can collect the data with the help of Flipgrid. So now the question comes in that if we are talking about a science project, or similar way there is an English project which is like a debate going on, there is a let's debate topic wherein 2 students are working on this grid collaboratively. One student has pre-recorded the session, and the another student, and we have already given them the rubrics also for content, pronunciation, fluency, confidence, and here we can see that 2 of the students have already Let's go through that one of the video to get a glimpse of it, and let's start with the demonstration.
My name is Eva Shah from class 10A. I will be speaking the pros of online. One of the most rely on their knowledge students and will make the concepts of the speaking cons of online schooling.
So now we can see that both of the girls were at their own homes. One girl was present live, so she recorded
KRUPALI,
the video.
sorry for interrupting you. They're one of our guests, actually our viewers, our dear friends. She asked, Geeta has asked you to be a little bit slower.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I would be slow. Yeah.
Thank you so
Actually,
much.
there was a lot of content to be shared, and I thought,
Yeah,
let me be quick.
understand that. Totally
Okay,
understand that.
okay, I'll go slow. Thank you so much, Anna,
Thank
for
you so
telling me.
much. Thank you,
Yeah.
Geeta. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
this is something like Microsoft Teams tutorial, wherein we can see here that I have recorded a tutorial for my teachers wherever they were new to the Microsoft Teams. What I used to do was I used to record the session with screen recording, and you can see all these recordings are there: how to use Microsoft Forms, how to use Microsoft Teams, how to use assignments and all. And then I used to share the link with my teachers. So teachers can view.
Once you have got the duplicate link from this tip,
So like for example, this is a tutorial where I'm showing them something. So this is done with screen recording feature of Flipgrid. So you can see how I'm showing them how to create the question paper and how to set all the settings of that question paper. So this recording link, if I share with my teachers, teachers can repeatedly watch it and learn from it. So this type of screen recording features are available. So now a lot of curiosity might be there in your minds that you've explained everything, but how to do it. So let's quickly go through the two steps. One is creating a group. The second one is creating a topic and how to record responses. So let's click on create a group. I'm going to create a group for you all right now. Let's change the cover image of this group. Let's take any image. For example, let's say we are a science teacher. So I'm taking something on nature and I have updated my cover image. We'll have to give an appropriate group name. Right now, I'm having a demonstration. So I'll have a Flipgrid review group name. And then if you scroll down, it asks for permissions. There are three levels of permissions. One is either we want the student to log in with their email ID, the school email ID. We want them with the username or Google Classroom. So these are the three options you have with you. And I think one more options will be when we update the group. That is, let me just create the group with no permissions right now. So I have created the group. So let's see what is highlighted in red is yes, we have not given the permission right now. So let me give some permission. So I'll have student username or here, and then I'll create a group. So this group is probably I've done the cover image, the group name, the status of the group is active. I have given student username or let's say Google Classroom, and then daily and create a group. Still, it's not allowing me. Just a minute, hold on. Let's Flipgrid review, add your students. Okay, so I must choose a class to import. So let me import one class. Let me just go to student email, upload a CSV file. That is, if you can see here, I have a lot of CSV file over here. So I'm going to upload a CSV file. Now, what is CSV file? The teachers, those who are not aware about the CSV file, it is nothing. It is a template provided. You just have to copy down. For example, I'm taking a template of 10th G right now. So you just have to write in one row first name, last name, and the ID which you want for the user to log in. These three details you have to give in three columns and save that Excel file with .csv format. And once that CSV file is uploaded, you will be able to just let's see. I have uploaded a CSV file. A column with the title email is required. Please update your CSV file. So let me just take student username and upload that CSV file. So there I go with a CSV file again without the email ID, and you can see it is uploaded by all the students all at once. You can see name and the username. So I've got uploaded 40 or 35 students, more than 35 students all at once, and I've created a group. So now it becomes very easy for my students to use this. They can just copy the link. Let me show you in the incognito window how they will use it. They will go here. The teacher will give the link to the students. Students will paste it, and there they can enter with any of the student ID which we have given. Here the student have to give student ID. Let me take some student ID from our list only. So let me scroll down and find out a student ID. Let me edit this and find out the student ID, and we will enter that student ID. So I have 2009-506. So quickly entering here 2009-506. So you can see here my student has entered that ID and he or she has logged in into my grid. Now I have asked him a question, how do you pronounce your name? What is something we know about you? So he or she can click on record a response, allow the microphone and camera, and you can see me over here. Now something very interesting. All of you would love to see how we can record a response. You have a lot of effects over here. A filter effect wherein you can, you can be having this type of filters applied. You can see right now on my screen, I'm having various filters applied, not taking much of time on filters. I'm going to show you at time our kids are shy. They don't want to show the face. So this is also one of the options, which you can use bricks or maybe pixelated. So it's not necessary that we will force the child to speak. You can have all these features. So I'm using this rainbow feature and quickly going to the effects, text effects. You can have any of the text effects. I love LCD effect and I write here my name, KRUPALI SANGHVI, and there we go. So that's how I can have the textile, change the background color, style, stock, everything, and quickly moving and putting it over here. You can see that. And in effects, we have inking effects. So while talking and recording, if I want to use the ink effect, I can write something over here. You can see that. So that would be done. But right now, I will just undo and remove the inking effect. And the most important of all, I think all the teachers would love this feature, and that is a board. I'm having a board over here. This is a checks board which you can use. There is a drawing board which you can use. Grade board you can use. Beautiful boards are available for you to pin something while you're talking and point at something while you're talking. So I have a lot of board over here. You can see that. This is the color dots board available. Even you have the English teachers can use this type of board. So lots of boards are there. I think this is the updated feature which I'm seeing, and that's lovely. So let me show you how to use this board. Right now I've used a board. Let me take a ink feature. Let me take some beautiful color. Let's say parrot. I'm going to draw a parrot over here. So you can, yeah, you can draw it like this and it goes. So you can immediately, a drawing teacher can draw it, and now you want the faces to be recorded. So just click on the record button, 3, 2, 1, and there you go. So now you can use the ink effect and you can continue with your drawing. So whatever you are drawing over here will be captured in the particular video which you are recording. So a drawing teacher can use it for a recording tool, and it's like beautifully you can express yourself. You can show students that draw 2 triangles, take a curve, take a long curve like this and all this. So this is how you can use the features. While recording, I'm using it. I'm adding more stickers to it. Let's say I want to add a Flipgrid sticker to it. So I've taken a Flipgrid sticker and I can add that Flipgrid sticker over there on the screen. So this is all during recording also you can apply. So this is the Flipgrid sticker, and for that, yeah, you can see that I can apply it over here and I can make it small. Let me put it over here. So this is how all these beautiful effects can be recorded. Let's stop recording. As soon as you stop recording, click on next, you go. So now you can use the effect and you can continue with your drawing. So whatever you were drawing over here, so what will be captured in the particular. So whatever I was recording, I was drawing a parrot over here. I took a Flipgrid icon. Everything has got recorded. If you can see here, if I just go fast here. So let's say one time, let me take the cursor over here and play. So you can apply. After this, you feel that no, ma'am, initial part you have to delete. So I can even trim my video. So now you can use the effect. I can will be captured in the. So I can even trim my video from this left and right panel. You can see this. I've trimmed my video a little bit, and then I can confirm. So will be captured in the particular. Now the question is, after recording this much, I realized that I missed out a very important point to be discussed. So I can click on add more and add multiple clippings. Not necessary that it has to be a live video. You can even go to options and you can upload a clipping, which is a ready-made clipping. So I can just go to upload a video and quickly grab something which is already there in my folders, and that is also effective. So I think if we just go very, let me just go to KRUPALI and take up a video which is already existing and add to it. So yes, I can even add this. Will be captured in the particular. You can see this video is being added.
Namaskar. I'm KRUPALI SANGHVI, National.
And you can confirm. So your two of the will be captured in the particular video which you are recording. So it's
Namaskar.
Let me just make it will be captured in the pot. Now it shows me that my video limit is only 1 minute. I'm getting 1 minute 34 seconds over time. That means my teacher has asked me.
Namaskar. I'm KRUPALI SANGHVI. Help.
My teacher has asked me to give me a 2 minutes video, so I need to crop it. So I'm just cropping it to come up to the limit which the teacher be captured in the particular. So now you can see this. This is my first video. This is my second video. Click on next, and there you go. Here I'll just add my name and submit. Right now I have logged in with my student's ID, so I'm not going to submit it anymore. But yes, this is the way our students are going to use this tool effectively, and they are going to submit their project. So I hope.
Sorry for interrupting. It's so great that you showcase this crop feature, because many educators, they're puzzled how to use it.
Yeah, exactly. And even nobody knows that you can mirror yourself. You know, at times you're pointing towards your right, but in the video it goes left. So there's a mirror selfie option. You can see here. I'm pointing this side, so I can mirror my selfie. Even I can flip the camera. I can have multiple effects like board stickers, and especially the stickers we should not miss over here is the sign language stickers. These are also available on Flipgrid, making it immersive. So you can use the sign languages also over there in your video to make it more effective. And yes, the Flipgrid, as I mentioned, there's a magic of Flipgrid. Your students are going to love it when you're going to use it. Right now, I'm not submitting response because right now I'm logged in with my student, Viral Vivek Bandari. So I'm not going to upload it. Otherwise, you can even upload your selfie video. You can click on submit button and this video will be uploaded. So this was a very quick way of showing you. I'm not like saving that one because that goes with my student ID and all. But yeah, this is the way you can create a group. You can share the link of the group to the student and student can add the topic. Now, if you will ask me that this was all about group, but what about a particular topic? Suppose I want my students to introduce themselves. So what should I do? So let's do that. Let's create a topic, and creating topic is as simple as adding a title. I'll say here, let's say review computer science class. I want my students to tell me how do they find the computer class lines. So they will give me a review of that. So let's scroll down and ask a question to start your discussion. So I'll just ask, do you love computers? Are you interested in innovation? So these are the basic questions I want to ask to my students. So I have entered my question prompts. You can even enter the rubrics of assessment. You can enter the deadline of a project, anything, whatever you want to give as instruction to the students. Then you require a guest password. Now let me talk about this guest password. This is something new in Flipgrid. For example, I told you there were 3 options. Only students could enter this review. But right now I want all of you to enter to this. Then I'll make this guest password on. Now I'm adding a password for families and guests to join the topic, and I'm giving it a password right now, FLIP Flipgrid @123. Anna, if you can just paste them the link where we have this ID and password, and let's see if anybody could give us some responses by the time we finish. We can show them that how it works lively. So I've already given a link and code Flipgrid @123. This is the link. Shall I paste it? This one, the practice link. If we can post it to the users.
I can post it. It's totally fine. I'm posting it. Yep.
Yeah, thank you so much. So they will be doing live and we will be able to see that. And the moderation, topic moderation is by default, the videos coming up from students will be hidden and the teachers can only will make it active. If I keep it off, it will be active for everyone. Active and hidden means what? Hidden means where teachers, students are uploading the videos, but students cannot see each other's video. That is hidden. So I think topic moderation should always be on when it is a competition. But if you're just taking away feedback, you can keep it off. So it's your choice. Maximum of 10 minutes of time can be taken in a video recording. So these are the recording timings. If you're having a competition of 1 minute 30 seconds, you can keep it 1 minute and you can click on create a topic. I think as simple as, and this link we have to share with our students. Again, similar way it goes with, like if I show you in an incognito window, you can see it here. Students will enter the link and they will enter their ID. Now, those who are using Google Classroom or Microsoft Teams, I want to show you something. What we did over here in an English class last year was we added Flipgrid as a tab. for show and tell activity. So you can see here my English teachers from Udgam School for Children have added it as a tab over here. So students have to go nowhere. They just have to go to their English class and enter the student ID, and they are into the grid where they will record the response. So this becomes easier for the students. So I think we can try out this also. How to add a tab is just click on the plus icon, search for Flipgrid, and there you go. So I think it would be very helpful if you use this Flipgrid for arranging debates, competitions, speech competitions. So you can just add your Flipgrid, and now you can have the join code over here. That's this link over here. And then you can click on save. That's it. So in your LMS, wherever maybe a Google Classroom, you can just go and add it like this. Review computer science class, and I've added it over here, and I can even rename it as review. That's it. I hope I was clear on how to make things easier by adding the entire group as a Flipgrid. So you don't have to add single student of that particular class, and adding it at as a tab into your LMS, learning management system, whatsoever you are using. We are using Microsoft Teams, and yes, we all are Wakelet ambassadors. Most of you are Wakelet ambassadors. So how could we forget that it can also be integrated with Wakelet? So there's a very interesting example of Wakelet I want to show you over here. That Wakelet itself, when you click on the plus icon, Wakelet will give you an option to add an option. Like for example, let's go to wakelet.com, and my Wakelet will open, and I'll quickly show you how Teams see. There is, for example, this is my collection for Tech for Good, and you can see here I have integrated my Flipgrid video over here. This is a Flipgrid video. So this is how you can, in Wakelet also, you can go to edit, and plus icon, you have a Flipgrid option available. So let me just let this grid load, and we can see on plus icon. By the time, Anna, do we have any queries to go for? I know it's a big topic and it takes a lot of time. And dear viewers, please just log into that link given over there, and hope to see your reviews on our grid so that we can show a live example. I've currently created a topic for you, Flipgrid review, and I would look forward for your review over here. So let's wait about their reviews. If somebody could join and give us the review over here.
Yeah, I have shared with the link and the code.
Namaskar. I love Flip.
Okay, sorry. Yes, please. Any queries or anything we are getting from the chat, then we can go for it. I think I have covered mostly everything.
Yeah, it's okay. No questions for now. Maybe at the end we are going to have a Q&A part. Yeah, for sure. So anything else that you would like to add, KRUPALI?
Yeah, I would like to add that, see, basically empowering voice of learners and educators is very important in this pandemic situation where we are not connected with our students. I think if we give them voice to speak and express themselves. So I would like to just quickly drop off an ideas where we could use Flipgrid is. One is you can organize any competition, storytelling competition, debate competition, even fancy dress competition, performing some experiment live, make the videos of their own and add it to their Flipgrid. I think those are the kind of ideas we can generate. Plus, and if it is a maths teacher, she or she can pose a problem and let's see quickly who solves that problem on a Flipgrid. So I think we missed out with one more feature, that was screen recording feature. That was only missed out. Otherwise, we've covered all the topics. So do we have time for that?
Yeah, you can showcase it.
Yeah, I'll quickly do that because I think let's not keep any pages unturned for the viewers.
Yeah. Oh, it's written that link doesn't work. Is it for everyone like this?
No, for link, what they have to do is the link which we've given to them. I am going to demonstrate them. I hope my screen is shared.
Yeah, sure. It's on.
Yeah. So, dear viewers, this is the link. If you go to the incognito window, I'm just going to show you how we have to use it. They have to enter it, and after entering, they don't have to join with Google and Microsoft. This is for students, but there's a small line written over here. If you can see here, it is written enter your guest password. So click on enter your guest password, and then they have to write Flipgrid. F should be capital. I'll just enter it and show to them. Flipgrid @123, and if we just show them, this is the password. F should be capital, and then go. So once they will click on go, this will come up. They can click on record a response, and as we have demonstrated, they can talk about something. They can give us a review about this event, and then they can submit with their name and school or maybe the country. So this is how it will work. So let's wait for their reviews over here. Please enter it as a guest password, not with a Google or Microsoft login. That's the thing which we have to
Yeah, that's
mention
a
over
tricky
here.
thing. Not everyone can see this guest
So
password.
in this one only I'll show, let's go to options. And in options, as I mentioned, you can upload a ready-made video which you have. You can even have mic only option. This is something for podcasting. Suppose you're planning to have a podcast of storytelling. So you can ask students to use this feature. They can speak something, they can record a story, and they can upload it on the grid. So this is also available. Mute video means something where I am muted, like I'm not speaking anything, but still you can express something with the help of access. So when you're having mono act competition, you can have this mute video where they are just expressing themselves with the hand movements or the eye movements. So this is a mute video which we can use. The record screen option which we missed out is this one. I'll start recording a small tutorial of how to record this one. Let's do the same thing. Click on start recording, select the screen and share. So there you go. My screen is being recorded now. Whatever I'll do to record, that will be a tutorial. So dear educators, this is a small tutorial of how to use Flipgrid. Just go to flipgrid.com. You can educator sign up or log in with your existing account. I have logged in with my existing account. And this is what I was explaining you, that Flipgrid has discussion, groups and topics. Groups is a group of students or your own classroom. Topic is what topic you want to discuss on. So let's see very quickly one of a very important project which I won under Microsoft Innovative Educator Expert.
Yeah, because there are two more questions for you, Krupali, to cover your area, okay,
sure.
with the topics.
So this was an initiative, Anna, which we did on values and spread empathy. This was a societal impact project which was submitted on E2. I think many of you might have attended Educator Exchange event this year, 2020. So in that we got under innovative design category, we were the winners. And you can see what topics we generated was. We generated a topic, let's stop bullying. We have share your kindness story with us, value building review, a world of empathy and value, and ease for peace review. So this was the kind of review which we created a topic and we shared the link with educators worldwide after having a series of sessions on empathy and values. So when I click on this, you can see we got reviews across the world and the views are 1,363 views. We got 4 comments and 24 responses. You can see the responses have come from Anne Cosma. Let's hear what Anne has to say about how I use Flipgrid. So it's how you can get a review of your work from anyone around in the community. Let's hear Anne. I think hopefully it loads. Okay, I'll just play it.
Hey everybody, it's Anne from Team Flipgrid, and I just wanted to share a few words of encouragement and congratulations on your incredible global initiative, Ease for Peace.
So I've got wonderful reviews from Anne, and this type of small, like for example, a child has done something very good, and if you ask someone to give a review of the child's project, I think that itself is very inspiring. So when we did this project, we got a lot of feedback from Wakelet team. We got a feedback.
Everyone.
Yeah, let's hear from Michael from Wakelet. You can see here he has also.
Hey everyone, it's Michael from the Wakelet team here. I just want to say a massive congrats.
Okay, I'm missing out with the video. Yeah, it's not loading. Anyway, so this is the kind of review grid which we have made in Is for Peace. The same way you can see here, say no to bullies. Now this was the way how we wanted to raise, like this was done by Sonia Vadva, one of my group member, and her students have recorded this on stop bullying. And this child has spoken so beautifully on this topic, particular topic.
Hi, I'm Lavan Ishtabak, victims of bullying.
So this is how the students across the country have collaborated on one single project with the help of Flipgrid, and that was hashtag Ease for Peace. We were 4 educators from India who have worked collaboratively for this project. So it's not necessary that Flipgrid can be only used by English teacher or a science teacher. It could be used by any subject integrated interdisciplinary projects, show and tell activities, storytelling, debate, science experiments. You can use it for n number of ways.
Okay.
And that screen recording which we were doing, yeah, I'll just quickly click on stop sharing. Now, whatever I'll do to record, that will be a tutorial. So
Yeah.
Krupali,
can we get to the questions?
Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, just a minute. I just wanted to show them that this is what was being recorded. Whatever I was talking, has been
Yeah, yeah.
recorded as a tutorial over here, and then we can click on next and submit, and this tutorial will be submitted. So they can make their own tutorials like this with the help of screen recording feature. So let me just submit it so that they can see how the videos get uploaded. Yes, by the time we can have questions, Anna.
Yeah, sure. So this is a question from one of the Facebook users, and if you are tuning from the Facebook, please add your name, or if you want to be highlighted there, because we can see it from YouTube, or join our YouTube live show here. So now they changed the permission. How to make the best way to make Flipgrid public? So
Yeah,
I have a suggestion. Yeah, but it's your stage now.
Okay, I just wanted to share with this because yesterday while I was preparing for this session, I did a lot of research because this was also very new to me about the permission. So let me make it very clear. There are two things which we discussed today. One was group and the another one was topic. Now, group can only be used within school because we are going to have a number of students over there. But if you want to use Flipgrid with family, right, with a guest or a family, then probably there is an option in the topic. Let's go to one of the topic. Like for example, this is an NCRT video tutorials group. Inside this group, I have this topic. So in group, I cannot edit the permission, but yes, I can share this PowerPoint screen recorder topic with you all by just clicking on edit. I'll repeat this, edit topic, and there is an option to generate guest password. You can see your guest password. By making the guest password on and setting a guest password, suppose we make it school@123. Let's say school@123. So now this is my guest password, which I've added here, and I have updated this topic. So if I share this topic right now, I'll very quickly click on topic sharing, not the group sharing. I'll again remind we can share this topic to people and make it public. So I'm just copying this topic and I gave it to one of my friend. He or she enters the topic, and he or she will get three options. One is join with Google, join with Microsoft, but you don't have to use this in case of public. You have to use enter your guest password. This will make it public. Now here, if I enter school@123, and there I go, I'm there in the grid. I hope this
Yeah.
clears their question regarding, because this is something which was very new to me. Yesterday only I got to learn about this, that these permissions are with only topics, not with groups. Groups
Yeah,
cannot
and
be
there's a
public.
question, sorry, about the collaboration that you mentioned, even the guest password match. For global collaboration, how to set the permission? So I guess guest password is the option here
Yes,
too.
password. Yeah, exactly. Now the guest password will be the only solution for us to share it with friends and family members. We can create a guest password and ask to the other school teachers to share it with their students, and they can collaborate over here.
Fantastic. And another one. So how can I add a co-pilot now?
Yeah,
For
very
collaboration
important.
again. It's such a good
Yeah,
word,
yeah.
collaboration. Love it.
And I really want to show that with this project, I hope my screen is shared. No, not yet.
No, it's not on right now. I can't choose
Okay,
it.
I'll just share it here. So we were
Yeah.
talking about some discussions which we've created, and I was talking that my English teachers and science teachers have done this wonderful project for summer break. So now if you can just, I will show you one of the project of my English teachers. This is English show and tell activity, wherein now I don't have to bother because technically I have made everything clear to the teacher. But if I click on manage your co-pilots, you can see here Ritagya Sharma is already added. So she is an English teacher. So here is how you can invite a co-pilot. You just have to write the name of that person over here. I want myself to be added as a co-pilot. Then I'll write krupali@udgamschool.com and click on invite. So if I have an ID, you can see here, I've got this krupali.sanghvi over here. And as soon as I open my Outlook account, I would get a notification that somebody wants to add you as a co-pilot. So I think that's how it works. And you can see here, now I'll get an email over here, maybe in the other, let me check. Team Flipgrid, you can see here. You are invited to be a Flipgrid co-pilot. So
Yeah.
two of the teachers can work together. The only thing with the other teacher is she will not be able to change the topic description. She'll not be make changes to the topic description. Rest, all of the rights are there. So for example, Krupali Sanghvi has invited you to co-pilot to this. I can click on the link given and I am a co-pilot of that grid. So that's how it works.
And there is the question, I think everything is about topics. So it's for
Yeah.
you. So
Yeah.
how do we take up formative assessment or summative assessment for Flipgrid?
Basically, Flipgrid is not for summative assessment. Flipgrid could be for shorter level of assessment, that is formative assessments. But yes, if you want to judge the students based on higher order thinking skills, like instead of taking a long PDF of paper wherein you are discussing points, I think preferably you can have some higher order thinking skill questions, which the students can write it in a PowerPoint presentation and they can share it with the help of screen recording feature. So I think that screen recording feature may help with summative assessment also. That's just an idea coming on the spot to me.
Yeah, the feedback soon, they're going to be disappeared, but you can use the comments. You can choose the private or the public one. So it's like the way for you to provide a feedback only, but assessment, yeah, you can use Google Classroom. Yay, it works so
in
great.
fact, MS Teams, Google Classrooms, anywhere they can just set it as assignment, the grade, and that could be used for assessment.
Yeah, so that's true. Thank you so much, KRUPALI. It was great. I guess it's high time. Yeah. Any last words from you that you would like to mention?
Thank you so much, Anna, for giving me the opportunity to present my innovative practices over here. And yes, to the global community, let's empower ourselves and lead the current generation and make them digitally safe. Stay safe, take care. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I just want to give a try to my sharing part just to mention really essential and meaningful thing. I guess I just want to try it right now. So you probably can see my screen. And when you have registered, if you've got your profile already and you don't know what Flipgrid is about and you don't want to spend time or you don't have much motivation for that, you can choose, you can go to activity and you can click on achievements. Actually, here in the activity area, you can find how many achievements you've already earned, group created on your profile, topic created, total responses, video this week, total views, and etc. And here we go, Flipgrid community. These are the badges that you can grab. You can be certified, and there are 3 levels. You can learn how to make this happen by clicking on each of the icons, and then you can you can build your community by providing tutorials, webinars like we are doing right now. And here is your personal link that you can share with your audience, and they can register and you can grab the badges. So this is like the track of your webinars that you have provided, nothing else. It's not about money, it's everything is for free here. So group creations, there are badges that you can get as well, and everything that is pale, so you don't have it. Yeah, but you can. And I want to highlight that, I'm a big fan of collections, and I usually talk about collections on Wakelet only, but actually on Flipgrid, you can be organized as well by creating these mixtapes. It can be a sort of channels. So you can follow some channels, and I would love you to highlight this. So I use mixtapes for making my video responses, digital portfolios for my students to navigate the track of their achievements, and that's how I can share with parents and with them. And I even created badges for my students, and depends on the amount of video responses they have made on Flipgrid. It's super empowering, engaging, and I love it. And the inclusion and accessibility on Flipgrid with immersive reader, it works super great. I'm not the video about immersive reader, how it works on Flipgrid, is on my YouTube channel. You can watch it. It's in the trailer pod. I absolutely adore this tool. And I just want to highlight this mixtape that I have created for Teachers Love Edu. You can create collections for your students, as I mentioned, like this video, digital portfolios, and also for your colleagues, for your PLN, for your school, and for yourself. So for instance, you were inspired with one of the speeches, you can grab some great ideas when you are going to be ready for to be certified. You can even add these videos to the mixtapes that you have created. I have got best speeches that inspire me. And here we go. This is a Teachers Love Edu mixtape that I have created. And what is the amazing thing about mixtapes. When you click on view mixtape, when you are in your admin profile, it looks really awesome, and you can follow, you can share with a set of the videos. It could be like a tutorial for your PLN, again, for students, for parents. You can share with the link, only one link. Also, you can use a QR code if you're sharing it during live session like we're doing right now, or with your when you're running a webinar. Anyway, people can follow this mixtape. It's like a channel. They can get email frequency with the frequency of daily and weekly. All they need to do, just enter the email address, and then they're going to get a notification on this email address. So they don't need to have a registration, actually. For instance, I'm a huge YouTube lover, so I love the videos that that fit my interests, and I don't want to watch others like on TV, so that's why I love channels, and it's a sort of channel that you can create for yourself, for everyone. And when you click on this, it can be automatically switched to another one, and it looks so amazing. Also, I just want to, hello Kiki, if you're watching us, you're here too in Teachers Live PD channel. I'm going to share with the link so you can subscribe to this channel if you would like to, of course. So also on mixtape, I really love my favorite collection, which is, one second, My Students Rock. And this is fantastic because this is such a good memory that I can share with them. And this is from my students. And you can set the speed of this recording, if you want to watch. Oh, the Beatles, the Beatles project that we run. And this is something special and meaningful to me. You can do the same. And just to share it, maybe at the end of the study year, Skype-a-thon 2019, oh, we rocked that time. It was fantastic. We even had a guitar, and oh, this incredible. And lots of great memories that you can keep on one mixed. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is all about that I wanted to highlight right now. And also just a little bit want to cover the discovery, where you can, you don't need, if you don't know how to start from scratch, or you don't have any ideas how to start working on Flipgrid, or you just want to grab these ideas and tips, you just can go there. And about Flipgrid Live events, Monika is going to cover soon, so it's not my part, obviously. Topics for me, it depends on your preferences that you said, even on your profile here on Flipgrid, that you're a teacher of, that you've got interest in, and etc. So topic of the day, you can grab these ideas, you can set them, and there are inspiring creators who have already shared with their amazing ways. And I'm here too with all the other super inspiring educators from around the world. And you can just click, for instance, want to showcase my collection, and you can grab this topic. When you click on this, it's going to be, you can share it, you can add it to your topic, you can save it to your collection. Again, you can organize everything that you like. And soon, as more as you work on Flipgrid, you're going to get a bigger collection. So it's fantastic, amazing, and lots of things you can get in this bank of ideas of topics that you can create on Flipgrid.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. I'm from Chile. I'm an educator. I'm an English teacher, and I work in a university context. And I'd like to share some of the things I've been doing, rather than showing features of the tool itself, but what I have been able to try, and some experiences, my perceptions of my students. So I'd like to share that.
Yeah.
Am I sharing screen already?
No.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so I'll be sharing some, as I said, some experiences using Flipgrid in higher education context, and also at the end we'll be sharing some of my students' perceptions about using Flipgrid. So first, I'd like to say that I haven't used all the features of Flipgrid. And I also haven't used only Flipgrid for my classes, probably like majority of teachers. But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you should not try all the amazing features that have been previously presented. They're really awesome. And as you will be able to see that my colleagues just shared today, right? So once you know the basic features, you need to give it a go. You need to start doing stuff on Flipgrid. So chances are that you are interested in Flipgrid and that you have chosen it for some of the reasons which I am going to share with you. So in this brief talk, I'm going to share some examples of activities carried out during pre-pandemic times, and also students' perceptions of recording themselves on Flipgrid. Okay, so let me go with the first one. Okay, I'm going to skip this one. Okay, so this is one activity I did in pre-pandemic times. It was one of the first classes with these students. They were like beginning the school year, and basically they had to share what they were reading. Okay, they were told to record a video in which they could tell the rest of their classmates what they were reading, along with a review of the reading, and invite their classmates to reply. Okay, all of them replied, especially those who shared the same interests, the same books. Okay, here are some captures. And the purpose of this activity was to motivate them to read, as the subject was comprehensive reading in English. Okay, this is for teacher training. They were starting their studies. Okay, and this was a type of a way to diversify the type of interaction that happened inside the classroom, and also increase student talk. So when everybody's recording themselves, they can speak at the same time, and then they can take turns to listen and respond, and they can go out of the classroom, and they can find different comfortable places around the campus and make their videos there. They all seem to liked it. Okay, but then we had the pandemic. This is an example of one of the activities. Some of them were shy on the camera, so they didn't really like to show themselves. So they did that. They showed the book, or they applied some of the features that Flipgrid has. And there were, of course, comments, in video comments, responding to the book reviews. All right. This is a second activity called questions and answers. This was carried out during pandemic times. Okay, this is a very simple activity for elementary level. I'm talking about A1, A2 from the CEFR levels, right? I even included translations in Spanish and a questionnaire for the students to download. So basically what they had to do here, I'm not going to show the videos for time reasons, and it would be unfair to just show them without asking them. Okay, but I can tell you, they had to choose a question. They had to pick a question from the questionnaire, and then say the question, and their classmates had to reply to those questions. Okay, what I can really do is share this on the Disco library. I can share this so you can use it if you like it. Okay, there are basic questions, the typical questions for elementary students, like what do you do on Saturdays? What do you eat for breakfast? What's your favorite food? Do you have a pet? Things like that. Okay. Well, this was useful. It was a space for pronunciation training. All right, when the students record video and they are not happy with their pronunciation, that leads them to practice and record again until they get the desired pronunciation, which is positive for language classes. Okay, and we still need to measure the effects, of course, in improving students' pronunciation. Okay, maybe there is an effect. Okay, but we need to work on that to know like to have a proof of that. But I think it's positive, because it's students have opportunity to listen to themselves and modify their output. Okay, I'm going to show this one also, which was part of a class conducted with the program elementary teachers, with elementary pre-service teachers in Spanish. Okay, and it was in the context of harmonious relationships at school. Okay, both for in classes, like in the university setting, and also as part of their training as teachers. Okay, because there are some regulations that make it like they need to learn about how to apply harmonious relationships at school. They need to learn about that, how they can use internet respectfully, and how they can teach their students to use it respectfully. So it's sana convivencia means healthy relationships in English, right? This was also an opportunity to increase engagement in asynchronous tasks. Okay, because sometimes we tend to provide content during the asynchronous. We're speaking about pandemic times, right? We tend to provide content for them, like things to read and videos to watch. Okay, but tools like Flipgrid we can make students interact orally. So basically, what they did here was presenting, doing their oral presentation, recorded there, and their classmates had to reply comments. Not necessarily in videos. I didn't want to force it, but it worked. They really watched and paid attention voluntarily to their classmates' presentation. What doesn't necessarily happens when you have them online during the video call. You don't know who is paying attention. But here, they have the power to go and play and watch the videos they want to watch, which makes it more meaningful and more engaging for them. Okay. This presenting this way can make it possible for them to enrich the way in which they present, because as we cannot be in the flesh, they cannot be in front of the class, they cannot do different things in front of their classmates, like use realia, role play, showcase. When they do that through a video call, the differences between those types of performances seem less evident because everything happens in a screen, right? So it's a very small space for expression. So using Flipgrid helps like overcoming that obstacle. All right. Well, this is another capture from the activity. They upload it. You can use the screen capture feature of Flipgrid to do this kind of activities. Some of them recorded their videos outside and uploaded them through their website. Okay, and well, I'm going to share some comments about my experience. Okay, finally. Okay. On the teacher's behalf, also, using Flipgrid allows them to keep records of students' performance, okay? You can keep samples of students' language production and plan accordingly in order to fill those gaps and provide remedial work, okay? Also, you can have the chance to get to know your students more, especially in class in which they've had very little chances to interact with each other and the teacher, right? So another activity, which I'm not really showing, was one in which I told them to just show a random object and tell the rest of their classmates why the object was important, right? It was mostly to build rapport, so everyone knows one another inside the class. Okay. Well, finally, I'd like to share some of my students' perceptions, because I asked them how was their experience using Flipgrid. We always wonder if things are working inside the classroom, right? So these are from two programs, Pedagogía Básica and Pedagogía en Inglés, which is pre-service English teachers and elementary teachers, right? And I asked them what aspect is more requires more work when they need to prepare a video, right? And most of them said that recording the video itself was required more time for them, and second, edition of the video. All right, not really preparing what they will show or knowing what they will say, but these orange and green aspects, which is recording itself and edition really take a lot of time. That was very surprising for me. The third question was, imagine that you prepared a video between 5 and 10 minutes for a task, for a class assignment. How long do you dedicate to prepare what you will say? And most of them said that they dedicate more time than the video actually lasts. Like, for example, if a video is 10 minutes, they dedicate 20 minutes for preparation. And 33% of them indicated that they dedicated much more than double the time. So that tells me that although video is motivating for them, it takes time. And that matches with their perception of what is their preferred format to do assignments, okay? Only 33% said that creating a video was the preferred format for projects, for assignments. Then it was divided, right? Some of them preferred to talk synchronously, like to make a presentation synchronously. Some others prefer to create a website, like with Padlet or a similar alternative. And some of them really liked written assignments, like reports, essays, monographs, and the like. Okay, so not everyone prefers to do videos, but this is very surprising that all of them agreed that Flipgrid was easy to use. So agree is the red part, and blue totally agree. Okay, so this is a very good tool for making videos. Probably should be the preferred tool for teachers, right?
Wow.
Last question. I asked them. Well, it was a statement that they said, would I like to use Flipgrid again in classes? I asked this to students who had used Flipgrid the previous semester, last year, 2 years ago, different students. And most of them were totally agree. They totally agreed about using Flipgrid again. And 30% agreed about that. So a very small percentage was unsure, and none of them said that they didn't want to use Flipgrid. So I would say that my students are willing to use Flipgrid, and because even though this is the final remark, the final summary, even though making a video at the university level, they expect to do them correctly, right? They don't want to lose face in front of their peers. Even though it takes time, it takes work, they like Flipgrid and they want to use it. So that's what I wanted to show with you as a final conclusion, that in what was that? In spite of the fact that recording videos takes time, and that video is not their most favorite format for them to do projects, they like it and they would use it again. And that's all I had to share with you. And I'll be willing to answer the questions that you may have about my presentation.
Fantastic. Super inspiring and super scientific, approach that you provided here. It's the very first time when someone is sharing about Flipgrid with his diagrams. It's incredible. Really, you're really passionate, an amazing educator. Wow. I adore this information that you brought here. Thank you so much, Juan. Any last words that you would like to mention, but you done the last conclusion part with super empowering words. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the opportunity, Anna. It was beautiful to connect with educators around the world and share our insights about education. After all, it's about learning. It's about the students.
Absolutely.
So it's how we make it better for them. That's it.
Yes. Thank you so much again, and we're going to see soon. So, thank you, Juan. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
De nada. Hablas muy bien español.
Oh, muchas gracias. No, I'm blushing. Okay, so I'm going to invite Mike Cunningham right now, right here, a great educator from Texas in the USA. So, Mike, you're live. So,
if you could go ahead and share the screen, I'll try to summarize this very quickly.
Done.
My name is Michael Cunningham. I'm with the World Affairs Council of Austin. I also teach at Del Valle High School, and I'm a director of the Global Scholars Diploma Program. And in the, I've been using Flipgrid for several years, used it in the classroom, and now I've been able to actually start applying it for our international projects. And we're doing 8 different curriculum units. I want to show this one in particular here because I think that this will actually be something that should be interesting to you. What we've done is in the past for about 20 years, we have shared a monthly program called Food for Thought. And each month we look at a different food and have schools across the world present that. Well, until the pandemic started hitting in December of 2019 and then full blast all through 2020 and even today, we've lost different schools and different things like that. So what we've done is we merged the ability to do conferencing like this and allowing people to do it asynchronously. So they could do, for example, we have for September coming up, we have Food for Thought would be bread. And people would take local breads, how they make it, recipes, and do a presentation. So what it's kind of doing is combining what Juan had talked about, what KRUPALI had talked about earlier, and utilizing it. And they would take a 10-minute presentation, and other students could comment on it. So what you would have is have some sort of interaction asynchronously, and it would be able to do it. And it's very much fun. Juan was mentioning right before I was talking, and I thought was very fascinating, is that this isn't really take time. It's an investment in your education. So as we as global learners, as we are trying to think way outside the box, or we are trying to utilize this, Flipgrid is probably one of the best tools to do that. When they originally were down to like 1.5, 2-minute comments, now they've gone up to 10-minute comments. We're going to have programs like this for you in food and culture. We have programs for model diplomacy. That's another one of our programs. And we have programs in monthly debates. We have programs in moot courts. So anything that could be done that you can think of in a classroom could be done in Flipgrid. And what we're doing with the ability of Flipgrid is to actually put it on institutional. So I think it's very, very important that you get very excited about this. I'm completely passionate, very sold on this, been doing it for a long time. But now added with international information, we can hook up anybody. Time does not make any difference. Today, I was talking a little bit earlier, and we had some problems with some of our technology. So we couldn't get people on, but if we had Flipgrid, we'd have no problems at all. So this is what, in a nutshell, this is a practical way for teachers to communicate effectively. If you have any questions, please contact me, and I can get you all this stuff, information to you. And we use Flipgrid along with some other tools, but Flipgrid is by far one of the best, easiest things to do. Very, very, and it can work in almost any type of classroom. We have English people, teachers. We have debate teachers, government teachers. We have foreign language teachers, and we do it in English and Spanish and French and German, and we'd love to have Russian as well. Any questions? I'll be glad. I try to go fast because I know you're in a hurry.
Oh, no, we're okay. Again, there's no strict limit like this. Thank you so much, Michael. It was super inspiring. Food for thought. Even the only title of this inspires me so much. And we would love to join you. And I want to suggest everyone, every teacher to ask and reach out Michael. And I'm about to send out the collection. So I think that I can add Michael's Facebook link, if you don't mind, Michael, to add your comments or Twitter account. I am still waiting for this.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, crazy days are here. I know that many educators are in harsh. So it's absolutely great, amazing projects. Thank you so much for sharing this, Michael. I can't wait to join your Food for Thought project. And thank you again. And yeah, I think that if you want to add anything, you're most welcome.
Well, I was going to say is that, going off what Juan and some of the previous presenters said, especially when you're learning foreign language, and Anna could probably tell you more because she's an excellent foreign language speaker and very well spoken, that we normally teach in America, we teach by translation. And normally translation is kind of like eating pancakes. They fill you up, but they don't necessarily, you're hungry about an hour later. Well, in translations, you lose that language. If you can think in the language, you can present in the language, and you can answer questions in that language, then you actually learn the language. So Flipgrid will allow you to do that because you are presenting, you're thinking in that language, and then you can comment, which would actually go the other way. So you could utilize this as a learning lab for all kinds of different things, whether it would be presentations for food for thought, or whether it would be moot court. Where you could learn about Canadian law, Russian law, or whatever laws you want to learn about, and you can learn it as a language. So as a language teacher, this is critical. This is probably something that's not really well thought of. It's kind of a deep secret, but it's always been there, and we're ready to help show teachers how to do it. You don't have to necessarily go to Discovery, although that's a very, very good place to do. If you just contact me, I can get you all set up, and you could be doing this, be coming right after September when you start school.
Wow, you just brought a really cool insight for me, because I usually tell this to my students, lost in translation. So you need to start thinking in other languages that you learn. Wow, it's super. Oh, you just made my day with this phrase. Thank you so much, Michael. Really appreciate your time. Yeah, thank you so much. So, and we are going to Monika Han. She's going to share with her amazing ways of using Flipgrid. Hello, Monika. You're on.
Hello. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Because
I can hear you. Yes.
We had once this issue. Yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yeah. Now it's on.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anna, for having me here.
Thank you.
And I must say that my fellow presenters here did a really great job showing how to use Flipgrid, and KRUPALI gave us really insightful information about some technical details of what to do and how to go about using Flipgrid. And I'm not going to go into so much technicalities today. I will be more talking about some ideas and some projects and some activities that I used Flipgrid for. I'm from Poland, and I'm an English language teacher in a very small primary school. And what Mike said just about a couple of minutes ago about using the language using the language and thinking in the language to be able to use it effectively is something that is really close to my heart. And this is what I want my students to be able to do. Not just using textbooks and doing some dry translations, but to be able to express themselves, to express their feelings, and not only share with me, because sometimes it is about students sharing the work with just the teacher, but also sharing the work with other students, with their classmates and other members of the school community or even the global community. So, and also Juan before said something about students really paying attention to, for example, pronunciation when they know that they have to record a video with them speaking. And that's true also, because I talked to my students and they said that when they know that they need to record themselves speaking English and they know that there will be listened to and other classmates, for example, will listen to them speak English, they put much more effort into, for example, making sure that their pronunciation is right and the way they speak English is more or less correct. So how do I use it? Of course, I use Flipgrid to practice, give my students a chance to practice their language skills and to practice their presentation skills. Flipgrid is great for that. For example, I also thought that Flipgrid is a great way to connect my students with the world. Stephen, an American educator, invited me and my students to join his topic on the COVID-19 impact on schools globally. And I thought that, for example, that would be a great idea for my students to see how their peers around the world feel about what COVID-19 did to our schools, and also to share their insights, their feelings, their emotions. And I listened to my students speak, and I thought that really what they are experiencing is hard, but it's good that they have a chance to share it with others, and to also realize that how common that experience is, and that actually children and teenagers around the world feel the same. So we did that. We also to take part in various projects. And for example, here, we took part in a Let's Be Healthy project, and my students shared their project work with me, with other group members. And then we had a chance to use that to showcase the project work with other project members from other countries. So thanks to that, thanks to Flipgrid, we had all the videos, all the ideas, my students' ideas in one place. And then I used a mixtape, I will share that in a minute, to share it with other project members. One project which I'm really proud of was done to celebrate World Read Aloud Day. Actually, I have found out about this day only this year, 2021, and I thought that it might be a great idea for my students to practice their speaking, to practice their reading, to practice their pronunciation, but in a meaningful way, because they would not only record a video of themselves reading aloud, but they would also share it with other our school community members. So the idea was for them to select one nursery rhyme. There are so many beautiful traditional English nursery rhymes, and I gave them addresses of some websites from which they could have selected a nursery rhyme of their choice, and then to record a video of themselves reading that. So for example, here I created a topic for them where they also had the addresses of those websites, and from where they could have selected a nursery rhyme. And then I asked the volunteers to choose one and record themselves. I wanted it to be as the kind of like bedtime reading. That's why there is just the mic only option. You don't really see their faces, because what they did was to record those nursery rhymes for their younger schoolmates. So these are grade 6, 7, and 8 students. There are 37 of them, I believe, because first I recorded, I made a recording myself so that they could see what I meant and what I wanted them to do. But then I had 37 students recording the nursery rhymes. And then I thought that we would share this, of course, with my students' permission, with the younger students, with their parents, so that they could pass on the recordings to their children. And what I did, I created a mixtape which had all those recordings as a playlist. And because it's a mixtape, so there was no need for me to share links for every individual video or recording. I could have simply shared one link, one code with the parents in my school. So, for example, if I have that World Read Aloud Day with the nursery rhymes, I could simply click on share, copy, and this is what I sent to the parents, and they could simply open it. They don't need to log in. They don't need any passwords. They have access to that immediately, to all the recordings. They could play them all at once. So, for example, if the child is lying in bed, getting ready to sleep, they could simply play it, play all the recordings, all the nursery rhymes that were made by my students. If they wanted, yes, Anna before mentioned that feature, if they wanted to make sure that they are notified if there are any new recordings, they could simply follow, add their address, and decide how often they would want to get an email with the notification that there are new recordings added to the mixtape. For example, I could also share the QR code with them, but I think sharing the link is the easiest way to do it. So the younger students really enjoyed listening to those nursery rhymes. I got a lot of feedback from the parents saying that they keep on listening to them, and also through that they could also develop their own listening comprehension skills. And I wanted my students also. I wanted to do something for my students, those older students. And I invited some of my fellow teachers, some friends, and I also posted on Twitter asking teachers to record something, a short story or a poem in English. And so that it would be extra special because not very often does it happen that teachers from different parts of the world record something just for you. And I also made a topic just for that. Sorry, that's the previous one. Here, I also made a topic and I shared it with the teachers. I used the function. I used the option which KRUPALI was also talking about. So I just created a guest password, and that was it. I just shared the link. The guest passwords with the teachers. They didn't need to log in. They didn't need any email addresses. And the same actually I did with the students. Even though they have Microsoft email addresses, I wanted it to be extra super easy for them. So I just shared the guest password, they used the password, and they added on to the topic. So the same what I did with my students' nursery rhymes, I did with the teachers' recording. So I also created a mixtape with that. I added the recordings, the videos, and I shared the link with my students. Also super easy, and you don't have to really work hard on that. And they got a playlist of all the videos. They could listen, for example, all at once. They could simply select one of them, or they could watch a few at once. They decided how they did that. Also the same as before, they could simply follow that mixtape, and if they added their email address, to make sure that if there are any new videos added to the mixtape, they would get notified about that. So that was that project was really helpful to make sure that our school community was really not getting weaker, that we are not just individual students that are just staying at home, but we do something for others. So the older students did something for the younger ones, and they practiced their English, but they also did something that the younger students could benefit from, and they also got kind of a reward, which was getting the videos recorded by the teachers with some poems, some short stories. They could also listen to different accents and practice their listening skills as well. And Anna said that I would say a few words about Flipgrid live events. This is another thing about Flipgrid which I love, is that they offer live events which are completely free for you, for your students, for your learning community. And what it does is that it allows students to, for example, in my case, because I'm an English teacher, to practice their English, because they need to listen to the presenters speaking English, but also they are able to listen to something that is interesting to them. There are so many students who are interested, for example, in animals. They love animal facts, or they love nature, or they are interested in history or book writing. So there are events which focus on those different aspects, those different areas of students' interest. Here, I have compiled a slide presentation, which I have made a slide presentation in which I included links to all the live events which are scheduled for June. So I will show you what's next. I think that the topic of June is oceans and the sea life, because we get to attend live events about coral reefs, or about diving and the marine life, or about sharks, or about whales. I'm sure that there are many students who will be interested in that. You've got information about the suggested age range. You get information about when and what time it is scheduled for. And here in that presentation, you also get a chance to register. You have a link where you or your students can register. So if you, for example, if you are in the time zone that allows you to attend that live event together with your students, you can just add your details as the attendee, and then, for example, share and register, and then share the screen with your students. But if you are in the time zone that doesn't allow for that, because, for example, it's evening time, like here in Poland, when the live events take place, it's already 7 p.m. Of course, my students can still attend because it's not the middle of the night, but I'm not with them. So you can just share the link with them, and they can, for example, their parents can register them. For example, here you've got this box which you can tick. This attendee is a child, and then the parent can add their email address and register the child to attend the live event. What's great about the live events is also that they are highly interactive, and students can ask questions, and it's great to see them amazed at how is it possible that there is a person, for example, from the USA, answering their question live. And there was a series of live events that Flipgrid was doing with the book writers, and you cannot imagine how thrilled my students were when the book authors were answering their questions. because this is not something that students from a small village school somewhere in Poland would expect. But thanks to Flipgrid and the opportunities it gives, actually we've got everything, and at our fingertips. We can actually connect with the whole world. So that's great. And also, Anna before mentioned discovery section here. And many of those organizations and institutions that organize live events together with Flipgrid, which partner with Flipgrid to and organize live events, are also a part of the discovery, and they have got their own topics prepared. For example, Scholastic Incorporated Books, which was in charge of organizing live events with book authors, prepared some topics already and collections. So if you are, for example, if your students have attended a live event and you notice that they are still interested and they want to do some more work connected to the topic of that live event, you can head on to the discovery section and check if maybe for example, that institution organization which was in charge of the live event hasn't prepared any topics. And then, for example, here you've got a topic, what makes up your family. That was one of the book authors that was featured in one of the live events.
Oh, I love that live event. I was there, yeah.
That was amazing. Yeah,
Yes.
and very, very powerful. For example, you've got some questions for your students. They've got some questions for the students, and they can record their own videos. For example, answering this question. If you find something that is interesting to you in the discovery section, you can add that topic to one of your own. You can add it as an individual topic, and then it is featured among your own topics. You can update it because maybe you like it, but there is something you would want to change. Maybe you want to add some more questions. Maybe you want to add some resources. So it doesn't mean that you are taking a ready-made topic and you cannot do anything with it. Actually, you can change it, you can update it, and then use it with your students. And there are many topics which have got a lot of other resources like videos, worksheets for your students. For example, I love the videos and the topics which have been prepared by and made by the Zoo Montana educators. And I have got a lot of students who are interested in animals. And actually, I have learned a lot myself about, for example, zoo adaptation, animal adaptations, not zoo adaptations. And you have got so much here, so many resources. And I believe that it's just, you just need to dive in and check if there is anything that you might use. For example, here you've got a link to a worksheet. Everything is free. Just grab it, copy it, share it with your students, do some additional work, and it's really fantastic. And if, for example, you were not able to attend the live events when they are live, actually, because it's the middle
Time
of the
difference. Yeah. For us, it's 11 p.m. Yeah, so my students can't be a part of it.
Yeah, of course. So great news is that the Flipgrid has their own YouTube channel, and there is a playlist of I think now
Fantastic.
23.
Hello,
Yeah, that's, well, hello, Anna.
Yeah, Anne couldn't join us. Yeah, she has some plans. Yeah, that but it's so sad, and she's so positive. I love her so much.
She is so enthusiastic.
Yes.
About the Flipgrid and about actually empowering students and empowering educators all around the world. Yeah, so just grab it, use the, have a look at the recordings of all the live events from the past, or use the ones which are already waiting for you. You can check here. You've got the list of all the recordings scheduled for June.
Monika,
Yeah.
just a quick question. I have added the Flipgrid Live events link where you can register, but also did you share with the link to the YouTube channel live events or playlist in the collection? So just a quick question.
Here, if you click on Flipgrid.
Yeah, have you shared with that? Yeah.
Maybe it's not like to the playlist, but
okay.
Here. It's just the link to the Flipgrid YouTube channel. But here it's so easy because I decided, there are all the playlists here, and one of them is Flipgrid Live event. So it's very easy to find.
Yeah.
You
Thank
can
you.
just
Thank
check
you for pointing out it.
Yeah. So just if you haven't started using Flipgrid, then please don't wait and just start using it. I'm sure that your students will love it. Thank you.
Wow, fantastic, Monika. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. I want to invite JUAN and KRUPALI as well, if they're still here. So we have spent, oh my gosh, more than 1 hour and a half. And because Flipgrid is a huge platform with limitless possibilities for everyone, for teachers, for students, even talking about the in the discovery area where you can find these Flipgrid Live events from the partners. Sometimes they're videos, so you can set it as sort of lessons, sort of the course if you learn about animals, and as Monika highlighted there. So it's incredible. I'm going to add JUAN and KRUPALI, and Mike isn't with us because he has got things that he need to do emergently. And I want to say again, thank you so much. Thanks to everyone who joined us today. Enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you. Lots of thank you. I think Tuesday is the busiest day of the week. So you are super edu heroes that you've joined our last session today. And if you missed it, it's okay. If you're going to watch it on the recordings, sending so much love, ideas, and inspiration from our side. Any last words from you? Our dear guests, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. You are heroes.
Yes. Thank you so much, Anna, for organizing and giving us the platform where we could share with each other such innovative practices. And when it comes from an educator to an educator, I think it is really a valuable session. When we all were talking about innovative practices, I think it's really a lovely session.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, you're amazing.
We got 7 responses as review from Taiwan and other countries also on the spot on that Flipgrid which we shared. So I think that's how our community is passionate about learning something new. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thank you for your responses. Yeah, it's super cool to have a feedback from anyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Nice meeting you all. I hope you have a great week.
Stay safe, take care, and see you in our next
video. Have fun with Flipgrid, everybody.
What? Can you repeat
the magic
that?
of
I said have fun with Flipgrid.
Yes, just try to use it. Just try using it. Practice makes perfect. Oh,
wow.
I love them. Yes.
Yeah, so cool.
Yeah, more positive. Bring some sort of positivity to your classroom. That's what our students really need these days. We educators need it, and our students need it too. So stay safe, take care, and see you in our next live PD sessions for teachers only. Stay tuned. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.